What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to an Aegis Brain Studios video. We are talking today about the AMG reveal for Star Wars Shatterpoint at Adepticon. So for anyone who's been paying attention, Adepticon has been going on this week, and every year AMG comes out, has their panel, kind of gives us a roadmap and idea of what is coming up, where they talk about their main games, those being Star Wars Shatterpoint, Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Star Wars Legion. And I would say this year, the Shatterpoint one it feels a little lighter, but I think there's some really cool quality stuff that we are seeing coming here. And of course, I want to preface all this with Mini Stravaganza is where they typically do their really big stuff, at least they have in the past. So if you don't see something here, that doesn't mean we're not seeing it. It just means maybe they're holding some stuff back to show off at their big marquee one in the summer. So what did they show off for Star Wars Shatterpoint? Well, they kicked things off with really cool stuff, and this is stuff that I actually am really keen on because I'm always a big fan of community building aspects. So they have a store league kit and a store tournament kit, and these are really cool. So they said that there's going to be around 3 league kits a year and maybe 2 tournament kits a year. I'm not 100% sure on those ones. But I'm really excited about that one because that gives players an excuse to come out, to play the game, to stay engaged, and it gives the local game stores something to entice players to come out and engage with other players. So the league kit is really cool. We've already seen some of those shown off, and you're going to see another video on that one on the channel not too long from now. But it is a series of foil order deck cards, which are really kind of cool there. But there's also top 4 order deck cards. You'll notice that there is a Kit Fisto with a stamped top 4. Those are the ones for people who obviously place in the top 4 of the leagues there. And it's it's a really nice little indicator of how you did in the league. But they're also designed to make sure that people who come out to the league are able to get something and walk away with something. The other really cool thing about it is that it comes with a plastic character card. In this case, it is Kit Fisto. Again, really solid. I'll show you some more details on that one coming soon. But then there's also the tournament store kit, and once again, it's the same idea. People are going to be able to walk away with something from the event, which is really nice. And it's a way of kind of keeping a local event still feel relevant, even though all these GTs are also happening all over the place. So, in this case, you can see there's some foil character cards in Cassian Andor, Jyn Erso, and Director Krennic. But there is also a foil Ki-Adi-Mundi card, really nice. Some dice, and then, a cool new foil Shatterpoint card. These were also all stuff that we saw on the AMG prize wall at Adepticon. So, I mean, they're floating around out there, but it means that a lot of the stuff at Adepticon are going to be available to other people throughout the course of the year as well, which is really nice because I know some people were a little sour on that last year. I felt like there was a lot of really cool goodies that were held back. They also did show off some painted versions, or some painted boxes of, obviously, Krennic and it was the Director Krennic, the Cassian Andor boxes. We've seen them, we've seen the cards, we know what's coming in them. But what we also got to finally see at Adepticon this year was the painted Riff Tamsin box. Still, he was not on my bingo card. If somebody asked me if I was expecting to basically get Space Jaws in Star Wars, I probably would have said no, but here we are. We got Riff Tamsin. They indicated he has some really cool mechanics regarding how he interacts with various elevations and how he might attack characters and interact with them. So looking forward to seeing how that's going to happen. That is coming in Q4 of this year. Sadly, it is still a ways off. I was hoping for them a little bit sooner because the Separatists could use a little bit of love there. So fingers crossed that we see something surprise come with Mini Stravaganza. But it also comes with his little Nautilin buddy there. I can't remember what his name is. Didn't really say much about him. But the Aqua Droids that come with are absolutely massive. You can see that they're on the larger size bases. They take up a lot of real estate. Very imposing. Very excited to see what they can do here. Then we also got to see painted versions of the Jyn Erso box. This is Rogue One. So obviously we got Jyn Erso, we got Bodhi Rook, we got Baz and Chirrut. Really kind of cool. And from what I understand, Baz and Chirrut's cards, not the attack trees, but their character card. Some people walked away with some goodies of them at Adepticon, so we're going to see if we can't get our hands on some of those and talk about them. But overall, they look really cool. Gotta like them. They are going to be Q3 2025, so unfortunately, they're not coming with the Cassian Andor box. We do have to wait for the summer and beyond for that one, for when they're going to hit. In addition to that, for Q4 2025, we got painted versions of Delta Squad. That is the clone commandos from the absolutely fantastic Republic Commando video game from the early 2000s. Absolutely love that game. Really happy to see these guys in it. Really glad that they have remained canon in the Star Wars universe, because I thought that game was always a lot of fun. But it also allows us to finally run an all clones Republic list, which is really kind of cool. And apparently they're going to have ways of interacting with both clone troopers and commandos. So really kind of excited to see how that all works out. Once again, just a shame we have to wait until 2025 or later 2025. On top of that, for Q2 of 2026, this one's very exciting because we are starting to see content from the Disney Plus shows, and that is Secure the Future Squad Pack, which is Baylan Skoll with all of a sudden her name is escaping me. But with the HK droids and Baylan's apprentice, yeah, it's really bothering me that the name's escaping me at the moment. But this one's very cool. It's probably some of the best character art we've seen so far. Wonderful, wonderful tribute to the actor who played Baylan Skoll, who all of a sudden that name is escaping me too. Wow, I'm bad at this. But the models look absolutely great. I love that we're already seeing some painted models. It's just unfortunate we have to wait a year for these things. But it is also exciting because it means we're moving into stuff that's not just the movies for content for Shatterpoint, because there's a very wide, rich universe that we can look at for this game for other characters. And it makes me hopeful that maybe we get a Cal Kestis box at some point as well from the Fallen... the Jedi Fallen Order games. But to go with Baylan Skoll, we are also getting My Loyalty, My Life with his... wow, more names are escaping me here. Morgan Elspeth, that's it. Along with the troopers that were stuck with Thrawn off in the other galaxy there. And these guys look absolutely phenomenal. The fact that they kind of captured the whole idea that these are zombie stormtroopers, and how would they look in the game. They got those very distinctive red ribbons running around them. It looks really great. I'm actually very excited by this box. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it adds to the game. For something that really excites me, something we're seeing in quarter 3 of 2025, we're getting some Outer Rim outpost terrain. I love terrain. It's a big thing about me. I love building new boards. I love just having these options. So getting some new terrain is actually really, really kind of exciting. I like that this is something different than just a series of new rectangles and walkways, although for all we know, we haven't seen everything in the box just yet. I love that there's like a stack of the storage crates, and there's like a turret on top of this building there. Really like it. I hope that there's a little bit more to this box, or there's a box to accompany it just for a little bit more. Then I got my wish. They are doing a May 2025 rebalance of Star Wars Shatterpoint, where they are going to be going over a bunch of characters. Some might get tuned down, some might get tuned up. And very excited about this because first off, they let the cat out of the bag. Mace Windu is going up to 7 squad points. That's going to make it so much easier to use him in the game. They basically said that they kind of felt that they thought that 6 and Mace would be a little bit more impactful. But they learned that, unfortunately, he wasn't quite able to deliver on that one. So giving him that extra squad point opens up so much things. It means all of a sudden, we can put Rex in with him, or we can put a 4-point support in with him while he has pawns supporting him or anything like that. It makes Mace just feel so much more usable outside of just the upcoming Phil's clones that come in Kit Fisto's box. They also hinted at Anakin getting a once-over, where I'm going to end this actually allows him to target another character that he didn't just target before. So basically, he can make 2 full dice attacks in his activation, which is something I've wanted to see him do for a long time. So I'm very excited by that one. And then they just announced a couple other tweaks that could be happening to some characters. There was a cheeky individual who shouted out Iden's name in the crowd, and Schick maybe gave some indication that maybe Iden is being looked at, but that's neither here nor there. So very excited to see what happens in May for that one, as we see some characters potentially get some love. I think there's a pretty solid bet that the 4 characters you see on the title card here are probably being looked at in some form or another. But very excited about that one, especially considering Third Sister is just so horribly unplayable at the moment. So getting some love for her just seems really nice. And then we have the general timeline. So there's some solid items coming out for 2025, a little bit for 2026, but obviously it was very light for the Shatterpoint reveals at this particular one. So I suspect they're holding some stuff back for Mini Stravaganza, and we'll learn a little bit more about what they have up their sleeves for that one coming out. But quarter 3 does look to be pretty tight with at least 5 different boxes coming out, a little bit more coming out in quarter 2. So, you know, Shatterpoint players, we're going to have to tighten our belts a little bit and wait a little bit longer to get some bigger releases, at least until we know a little bit more. Now, of course, you know, they could always surprise us with stuff. They have done it in the past, so nothing says they can't do it again here. But things look all right for Shatterpoint. It's not as robust as I was hoping it would be. I know there has been some struggles in some communities for Shatterpoint to grow, which is unfortunate because I think the game is in a very good place these days. It's become a lot better as we've gotten more missions and as we've gotten more character options to play in the game. If Shatterpoint is something that you kind of tried and walked away from, I encourage you to come back and try it again with some of the new stuff. Because it is a lot more interesting with more of these options that are available. And in the meantime, for the people who like it, you know, we got some really cool stuff coming up here. We got some stuff to look forward to. And as always, we got Mini Stravaganza, which could really expand what we have for upcoming releases. So there we go. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. What was on your bingo card? What completely surprised you on this stuff? I was not expecting the Balin Skull and Morgan Elspeth boxes, which I think are really cool. I'm very happy to see those because, again, it expands the Star Wars universe that we have on the tabletop there and allows me to go for some really cool and interesting characters going forward. So yeah, share your thoughts below and we'll see you next time. Happy wargaming.